Hello, budgeting fam. Welcome back to Stick to the Budget. Today we are going to be working on paycheck number 1 of February. I know I skipped paycheck number 2 of January. I actually did have a video recorded, excuse me, but as I sat down to edit it, it was actually like almost 40 minutes long for literally no reason other than my kids kept coming in and out of the video and not bothering me, but being kids, they was doing what they do. It was literally the only reason that video got so long, because they kept coming in, asking questions, wanting to be in the video, doing all this stuff. And honestly, like, I was having a hard time editing it down. And then I know some people like to have the kids in the video. I actually don't mind it, but it was too much, y'all. It was just too much. So so I just decided to just not publish it at all. I probably should have at least done my cash stuffing. And actually, maybe I'll go ahead and still at least do the cash stuffing. But yeah, because that went as planned. But the budget with me, just for whatever reason, it was a lot. So in the interest of not having that happen again, I have closed the door. The kids are upstairs with their tablets. They're occupied for the time being. I do want to say that some of you may know, I don't know, it happens in winter, but I have pretty bad eczema on my palms. You guys won't see my palms a whole lot, I don't think, but if you do happen to see it, I know it looks a little gnarly, so all I can do is put hydrocortisone and eczema cream on it and hope for the best. But I am in just the slightest amount of pain, just because my skin continues to dry out and crack open, and I moisturize and I wash my hair pretty often. It's wintertime, like all of the things. So I'll apologize for the appearance of it, but just know that I'm going through it a little bit with my eczema. So with all of that being said, let us get into this budget. Let me zoom you guys in a little bit. Oh, and I do have some red wine with me today. Per the usual, I can't remember what it is. And oh, I had to take a sip, honey. I will put a picture somewhere so that you guys know what it is. It is from Cooper's Hawk. I think it was maybe the wine of the month from either November or December. I know it's initial, like BMG or UMG or BM. I don't know. I forget what it is. Don't let me sit here and lie to y'all. But I will put a picture up so you guys know what it is. Not too bad. I'm not a huge red drinker, but it felt right. That, and I also don't think I have too many white wines in my house right now. Actually, I don't think I have any, if I'm being honest with you. But anyways, let's go through this paycheck. So we are working with $1,900, a little over $1,900 this pay. We ended up having kind of an expensive last month, and so I had to cover a little bit of overspending from last month, so that's why this is so low. Excuse me. All right, so the things we're going to be paying for today, this pay. And then just for awareness, I am a paycheck to paycheck budgeter. We have my personal loan, which is $170.92. Value City, which is our uber expensive couch. Expensive to me. It may not even be like that expensive in the realm of couches, but I feel like it is. But our uber expensive couch. Express credit card. So this is something that you guys don't typically see on my channel. Excuse me. I have an Express card that typically doesn't have a balance. It is a store card. If I remember correctly, it is my literal first credit card. And so I essentially refuse to give it up. I don't know how store cards have any effect on like length of time of credit, but if it does, I will not give this card up. Like there's no annual fee, no monthly fee or anything like that. So yeah. So anyways, I say all that to say that I did end up buying a dress from Express because I ended up getting my birthday coupon back in December, and then there was a little bit of a sale going on. I bought this really cute dress. I don't like how it looks on me, but we're in the middle of a weight loss challenge at my job. So I'm hoping that by the time I get to the end of this weight loss challenge, I'll like the way the dress looks. So anywho, I owe $67.33 on the card. That was the cost of the dress after my coupon. And so I'll be paying it off. I have zero intentions of keeping a balance on this card at all. I really only buy anything with the credit card to get 1 free shipping and 2 whatever points are associated with it. So that's that. All right, Best Buy, the minimum payment due is $29. I am doing the snowball method of paying down debt. And so this is the minimum payment for this card. I did already make payments on the card, so if I paid nothing, I'd still be like caught up technically, but I want to continue making at least a minimum in addition to anything that I've spent. So that's why I'm doing that. T-Mobile is $125 for the Mr. Internet is going to be $91.43. I didn't mean to put this like, this is dumb. This is something I noticed that y'all probably don't have a reason to notice, but I did. It was LOC for line of credit, so I didn't mean to make it a capital L with a little OC. Like, this is not a word. It's supposed to be an acronym. That one is $75. It's weird, you guys. Like, last month, the minimum payment was $60, and then this month it's $75. So I'm not, and I don't spend on it. I just did a balance transfer of my partner's Capital One credit card to the line of credit because I had a lower interest rate. And so I'm not really sure why the minimum payment went up despite, one, the balance going down, and two, like no purchases or anything. So I'm not really sure why that is. Subscriptions are going to be a total of $75.99. That's like my Hulu, my Weight Watchers, I think Netflix, a few other little minor things in there. That's $75.99. Now, I have daycare listed here with 0 because I didn't actually plan to pay my daycare. And I don't mean that I wasn't supposed to. I was absolutely supposed to. I just forgot when I worked out my budget prior to me filming. So I completely forgot about it. I actually ended up having to pay, or I went ahead and paid my daycare, and I actually overpaid my daycare lady. And so one of this is not getting paid, and it's probably going to be the T-Mobile. I was supposed to only pay her like $90. I ended up paying her over $100 for an extra day, and that money is going to end up coming from T-Mobile. I'd rather delay his cell phone bill to pay our daycare, because what I will not mess with is the daycare lady, okay? You know, the person that keeps my child, yeah, no, she's getting paid every single time. So let us add this up. But how are you guys doing? It's actually, we've had not good weather by any stretch, but the snow has melted off of the ground. It was actually like 40 degrees today, which is like amazing. I went out in just a hoodie. All right, bills are $760. You guys know I'm left-handed, so I apologize for the turn in the paper. All right, and so then we're gonna take what we started with, our paycheck, and subtract out the bills, fixed expenses. And that's gonna be $1139.54. That feels wrong, and I need to think about why. Hold on, let me check, because I feel like my math is off already. All right, you guys, sorry about that. So I'm not sure. Well, I ended up calculating my subscriptions wrong. You know, this is a lump sum of a couple of different things, and I think I overcalculated it. All right, so I am fixed now. We'll just do a quickie line through here. So 732.07, that looks terrible. 732.07 for my bills, and then the amount remaining then will be 1168.14. That looks a mess, and I apologize, you guys. That just looks a mess, but that's okay. All right, so then we're gonna go up here and then write out our variable expenses. If you're a cash envelope budgeter, then this is, you know, where you would probably take this out of the bank and put in your cash envelopes. I don't do that. I just expense track. So for gas, we're going to do $175 because I've been allotting quite a bit, like at least $225, $250 to gas, and we have not been using all of that. So I decided to go a little bit lower this go round. Groceries are holding steady at $425. Household will be $75. Let's see, eating out's going to be $90. Usually I do $100, but I actually have a little bit in our budget, a little bit of rollover on our budget from last paycheck. And then spending is going to get $285.14, which I know is an odd amount, but it does work out. So at least it hopefully it does. So let's add up our variable expenses. It's about to be Valentine's Day, and so my daughter, who is in preschool, or excuse me, in kindergarten, has, you know, her holiday parties, and we got to get Valentine's for everybody. So I'll be spending that this go round. All right, so $1168, which is what we had after paying our bills, minus our variable expenses. So all of our spending leaves us with $118. So I think we're back on the right track, you guys. All right. And then for sinking funds and emergency funds, so off top, emergency funds getting $25 per the usual, which leaves us with $93 for sinking funds. So not a whole lot, but every little bit helps, you guys. You know, as despite the fact that my partner and I actually make a pretty decent amount of money, we have found that after we added on some additional debt when we bought our house, that, you know, it's we're in a little bit of a squeeze. I mean, we just are. Not so much that we're like living outside of our means. You know, I could not eat out and, you know, probably shop somewhere else for groceries and get cheaper like there are ways I could, you know, help our money kind of expand. But at the end of the day, we do have quite a bit in debt that we really need to get paid down. And so we're working on that. We'll get there, and then we'll have, you know, more cash flow. But right now, this is all I can contribute to our sinking funds out of this paycheck, and I don't feel bad about it, you guys, and you shouldn't either. Even if all you have is $100 out of each pay to save, that's still $100 saved. This is still $93 saved, you know? So would I love to be able to put $200, $300, $400, $500 towards my sinking funds? Absolutely, but it's not feasible for me in the moment. And I have to meet myself where I am, you know? So that's what it is. All right, so let's hurry up and put this down. So for vacate, we're gonna do its normal 25. I think we're getting pretty close to 1,000 on that, which I am just so thrilled about. I'll be really excited when we get to 1,000, because I figure that $1,000 in cash coupled with our Chase card, where we have, I think, like $1,100 worth of rewards dollars that we can spend on flights and hotels and that kind of thing. Like, we'll be able to take a really nice vacation whenever we find the time. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Date night's only getting 5. Self-care is gonna get 6, since we have kind of an odd amount. Let's see, family fun is going to get $10. I think everything else is getting $10. So family fun's getting 10. Car maintenance is getting 10. Santana and Asher always get their 10. And in Christmas, I'm doing a couple of the lower numbers this week, this pay. So we're going to do $7 out of that. So let's add that up and make sure that all works out. 10, 5, 6, 10, we'll just put 30 for the remaining 10s, and then 7 equals 93. Perfect. All right, perfect. That's 93. And then real quick, I will do my budget breakdown, or not my budget breakdown, my cash breakdown. And then I'll write this on a bank slip to go to the bank and do, and then I'll meet you guys in the cash stuffing. But let's see here. So vacate, can you guys even see while I'm over here just all out the camera? Like, the camera is higher than my eyesight, so I can't always see what you guys can see, so I apologize if any of this was missed. But anyways, vacay is going to get 120.15. Birthday will get a 10. Date night will get a 5. Self-care. And then 10s down the board. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then $7 for Christmas. Perfect. All right, and then I'll add these up at the bottom real quick. Okay, I think you guys can see it. All right, so we'll do 120, $20. What's that? 5 10s, which is 50, 4 5s, which is also 20, and 3 singles. So 20 plus 50 is 70, plus 20 is 90, plus 3 is 93, and we are good to go. All right, you guys, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope it was fairly quick, besides my rambling that I tend to do. Real quick, let me just update the bottom of this, where this total was 118, and I find myself at 0. I'm a zero-based budgeter, which means I give all of my dollars a job to do, and that is that. You guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them below. I'm also going to ask that you please subscribe to my channel and help me grow. I would love to be able to reach a few more people. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. See you in my cash stuffing. Bye.